edition of Skill TV. We're at the European Maintenance Conference in Brussels, Belgium. And when you think of maintenance, you don't think normally of a resource like this lady here. You typically think of a rough and tumble guy that gets out there under the machines, runs around with duct tape and hammers, and maybe exposes posterior cleavage. You don't think of guys, women in this field. We typically think of men. And that's really a cause for problem because it calls for concern. And I have a lady here who's actually in the ranks of maintenance, has overcome some of the barriers, and she would like to offer some of her opinions as to the opportunities. And you are?
Hello, I'm Susanne Peters from Mainnovation. I'm for a year in maintenance now. I'm a business consultant by Mainnovation. And yes, it's a real challenge to be a woman in maintenance. Why it's a challenge? Because in your presentation you said also that only 5% of people in maintenance are women. But I like it. I like it to be working in a real man world. But it's a challenge, that I would say. A challenge because maintenance is not only about techniques. It's also about negotiating, also finance. And I think that's why women also can do very well in maintenance. And men think good. Dat was good. Oh, moet ik doorgaan of wat? Do I have to continue?
No, you were great. You were great. You were great. You were great.
Okay.
No, don't worry.
Okay. All right.
It's about thinking, the way of thinking about maintenance. I think that there is no difference in the way of thinking about maintenance. And even I'm convinced that women can do as good as men or even better in maintenance because it's not only about techniques, but it's a people thing. Maintenance is still growing in the world and it's going to be very important, and I think that women now it's just still 5%, but in the future it will grow. And I hope so, and I think it would be a good decision for all the companies to hire more women because they are instead to negotiate with men, to think about also maintenance, but also the finance. So they are a good
resource to contribute
yes.
to the value contribution of maintenance.
Yes.
What I see happening, and I think women can really make a serious contribution, is because we have so much of a one gender in dominating the field. We have 95% men, 5% women. Is we have a lot of the emergency firefighting mode because men will let, being a man, I can say this, a lot of times we'll let things kind of coast on and continue to go down, and then we'll love to come in and save the day like Superman and try to be the hero. And it's really our fault for letting it continue to be that bad and deteriorate. So if we would have been doing the necessary activities that aren't necessarily as glorious but are critical, we can really make things happen. And women being very intelligent, very, very organized, and very tedious, they can be able to do a lot of those activities. And I think that's something enlightened companies can really benefit from.
I think about the statement of Johan de Koster now. He said yesterday, maintenance is sexy. So
yes, it's definitely a desirable function. Yeah. A lot of people think, they think of maintenance. They don't think of something that's really desirable. They think of something they just have to do with. But actually, maintenance is a very desirable function, and it's something that we need to bring both sexes into it, have both female and women's contribution to elevate the function. So thank you again. I appreciate your time and your contribution to the industry.
Thank you.